Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Shri Vilapa Kusumanjali, verse 60 to 61. When you arrive at Nandishvara, the great abode of Nanda, the king of Braja, which is filled with the bellowing of cows, the shouting of the cowherders, and the different songs of the artists and flutes, and which shines with love, being dearer to the prince of Braj than even Govardhan. You are surrounded by your loving friends. When will I then see Dhanishta quickly and lovingly take you inside in front of me after she sees you have been coming from afar? Notes. In his Swarupavesh, Sri Raghunath Das relishes a stream of the flavor of devotional service. Swamini goes to Nandishvara, the abode of the king of Braja, and his son Sri Krishna. How dear this abode is to Swamini. The cows are mooing and the whole town is filled with the sounds of cowherders, reciters and artists. This place is even greater than Govardhan Hill, which is praised by all the people of Raja. The Nandishvara Hill is always served by hundreds and hundreds of Amaravatis, the celestial abode of Indra. When Swamini sees the hill, her unrivaled sweetness and beauty wells up and gushes out with 100 streams. How many hundreds of emotions are manifest in the embodiment of emotion. How sweet are the paces, the steps of Bhavamai and her Sakhis. This picture is always to be meditated upon by the devotees. The Mahajans are singing about it. Sundari Sakhi Sange Koralopayan. Sundari Radhika walks along with her girlfriends. Her colorful silken sari covers her whole body, and her eyes are beautified by eyeliner. Even pearls cannot compare to the shining of her teeth, and jewels fall out of her mouth when she is laughing. Golden rays cannot compare to her bodily complexion, and her voice defeats that of the cuckoo. Her hand palms and foot soles shine red like land lotus petals, and her ankle bells are jingling. Govinda Das says, this crown jewel of all women defeats even the king of Cupid. Radhika says that Shyam, who is just as anxious as herself, stands before the Gopura, playing with his friends after milking his cows. How eager the Lord is at heart to accept the loving service of his devotees. Only a devotee's heart can know how anxious the Supreme Brahman is. How sweet it is to think the Lord wants me. In truth, the Lord is self-satisfied, accomplished in his desires, full of bliss, unagitated and free from hankerings. But in his playful pastimes, he is the enjoyer who thirsts for happiness. Especially the love of the gopis awakens unbridled desires in his heart and ornaments him with a beautiful dress, with which he rambles from Kunj to Kunj with the gopis. How many colorful pictures his desires mark on the canvas of his heart. Radharani is the greatest of all his desires, so he is eagerly waiting to see her. She is the presiding goddess of love, the embodiment of Madanakya Mahabhav, the greatest love. If even one drop of this love enters the vessel of the individual soul, the Lord becomes so eager to have it. In Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Shri Narayan, the Lord of Vakunta, told Gopakumar, "Oh my son, welcome, welcome. I have been eager to see you for so many days. Oh friend, you have gone through many births, but still you did not show even the slightest interest in me. In this birth you have turned towards me, and hoping for this, I have been constantly dancing like an ignorant person. Oh brother, I could not find any trick by which I could bring you here, violating the injunctions of the Vedas and so on. Oh child, I was very upset that you ignored me for so long. Being so eager for your mercy, I violated the beginningless religious principles that were made by myself, and I made you take birth near my own beloved Shri Govardhana, while I descended there as your guru, named Jayanta. Today you have fulfilled my long-standing desires. Just stay here and increase my happiness and yours." This shows how eager Lord Narayan is to get every living entity to become his devotee. Gopakumar saw that the Lord Narayan was very happy to see him indeed, but that his happiness was not so intolerable that he would faint. But when he met Sri Krishna in Braj, he saw that Krishna did faint of ecstasy when he saw him. Gopal Kumar told Jana Sharma, "I was overwhelmed by love when I saw Krishna. Being controlled by feelings of love for this wretch, he jumped up, came to me, held me around the neck, and then fainted of ecstatic love and fell to the ground. Later, with the help of Sri Baladev and Gopakumar, Krishna's loving swoon subsided. He became conscious again. If Krishna is so eager to get one devotee, then who can measure his eagerness to get Prema Mai, Shri Radhe?" So here we can see that there's this comparison of different kinds of love that Shri Krishna is reciprocating with, as Lord Narayan, as Krishna, in a friendly relationship. But comparing this with Srimadika's love, it is still unexplicable. It's undescribable, because Krishna is so eager to get one devotee. And who can measure his eagerness to get Prema Mai Radha? Bhajan is not as beautiful as long as there are selfish desires. Bhajan will be beautiful when the heart only seeks the happiness of the beloved deity. I will see what he misses and how I can fill up that void. In this way, expertise in bhajan will come. How much eagerness there is in each of Shyam's limbs to relish it. It is winter time, and Swamini has covered her head with a veil. How wonderful is her sweetness. Shri Rupa Manjari shows Swamini the way, and Tulasi Manjari follows. The devotee who is fixed in Smaran relishes the sweetness of these emotions. Bhajan fails if the devotee does not stay with Swamini and serves her. Kundalata shows her, "Oh Radhe, look at that bluish aura by the town gate that destroys the patience of all the Braja gopis." Swamini sees that Krishna holds his left arm on the shoulder of his dearest friend Subal, and he twirls a lotus flower round in his right hand. With this play lotus, he also twirls the mind of the gopis around. Srimati, is completely overwhelmed with ecstasy when she drinks the nectar of Kundalata's words with the cups of her ears, and when she drinks the nectarian vision of Krishna with the cups of her eyes, and when he drinks his nectarian fragrance with the cups of her nostrils. Seeing the fortunate position of Krishna's friends, Radhika is lamenting. O Subal, in which holy place have you performed penances, so that Krishna is now holding his snake-like arm on your shoulder? You can be embraced by Hari even in front of his superiors, or kept to his chest without hesitation, and you can freely shiver of ecstasy when he does that. When the gopis passed through the Gopura, they all shyly cover their faces, peeping through the holes of their veils with lowered eyes, trying to drink some of the nectarian sight of Priyatam's dearmost Krishna's lotus-like face. Srimati thinks, all enchanting Mohan stands there by the town gate only for me. Just to agitate Krishna a little, she slightly pulls the veil from her head to show her face to him completely. It is as if she pulls at the veil of Shyama's mind by doing that. How sweetly her bangles are jingling. How beautifully her jeweled rings are blazing on her fingers that defeat the shining of golden champaka flowers. Mohan gazes at her without blinking. Waves of passion for Shyam are playing in every level of Swamini's heart. The hairs on her body stand erect of joy, and tears of love trickle from her eyes, and her whole body shivers. She cannot walk anymore, so she tells Lalita, Saki, I cannot walk so fast. There are big pebbles, stones on the road. Kundalata jokingly asking, are these pebbles on the road or in your mind, Saki? Shri Radhika, the empress of spiritual sweetness, walks on. Radha and Mohan's eyes meet each other, and Nagara Krishna becomes enchanted by it. Great streams of sweetness gush out of Srimati's divine body, and Shyam stares at her in complete absorption. The object of his meditation has appeared before him. As Radha and Krishna's eyes meet each other down the road, Cupid fulfilled their mind's desires. They became absorbed in staring at each other's faces. The clumsy thief, Krishna, did not understand that this is not the right time and place. But the clever Sakis know all mellows. They want him with their crooked glances. Shri Rupa Manjari and Tulasi serve Swamini day and night according to the time. They are primarily interested in service, and relishing Swamini's form, qualities and pastimes comes afterwards. They serve her both in meeting and in separation from Krishna. The Premika Sevika always stays with Swamini. First, Swamini must be loved, and then the sweetness of her form, qualities and pastimes can be relished. The worship of Braj is a worship of love, not a worship according to scriptural injunctions. It is a bhajan based on greed. Swamini shyly asks Lalita with a trembling voice, Saki, is there no other way to go to the house of King Nanda? I cannot go along this road anymore. Lalita says, Radhe, because you act on the order of your superiors, there will be no fault in you. You will not be blamed. Come, Saki, just go on over the main road. Srimati, very happy to hear Lalita's clever encouragement, proceeds slowly but surely down the main road, other sakis and manjaris are swimming in oceans of nectarian rasa as they behold this scene. The abode of Nandishvara hill is full of cows and cowherders, and there are streams and pools of yogurt and milk. King Nanda's palace is crystal white, and the roofs are made of gold and jewels. King Nanda built a high tower of 7 stories, from which Krishna can enjoy the sweet sight of Braja's meadows, rivers, lakes, forests and mountains. When Swamini walks through the alleys of the town, she becomes more grave. Krishna considers the jingling of her ankle bells to be like a stream of nectar entering into his ears. Shri Radhika is the very life of Queen Yashoda's maidservant Dhanishta, who restlessly walks in and out of the palace, looking for her and thinking, why has Radhika not come yet? When she finally sees Radhika coming in the distance, she quickly comes out, takes her by the hand and asking, why are you so late? I was so distressed because of not seeing you. Swamini replies, you know that I am controlled by my superiors. When Srimati is led inside King Nanda's abode, she illuminates the whole place with her sweet effulgence. When Dhanishta takes Radhika before Queen Yashoda, Yashoda is exclaiming, oh, I understand that the goddess of beauty of all the 3 worlds has appeared within my house. Yashoda is in ecstasy when she sees Rai and embraces her, taking her on her lap. She holds her face and kisses her while tears stream from her eyes. This Rasavati Roy then offers her obeisances to the lotus feet of Mother Yashoda and Mother Rohini. Swamini is a bhakti lata, a vine of devotion. She bows down to Mother Yashoda's feet, and Mother Yashoda lifts her and holds her to her chest, fondling her just as she would fondle her son, by holding her chin, looking at her face, kissing her, and smelling her head. It seems as if Swamini melts of mother's pure parental love. Pressed at mother's breast, Swamini says, with tear-filled eyes and faltering voice, Ma, I am yours. Of course, in fact, all the gopis that are Krishna's pleasure, potency, the Brij-Basis, and everything else that exists belong to Krishna. But just to make his pastimes more exciting, his spiritual illusory potency Yogamaya creates such situations for him, in which he becomes the paramour of other men's wives. A woman is not hard to attain unless she lives in another man's house. And unless she is hard to get, there will be no obstacles, and unless there are obstacles, there will be no astonishment in the blissful meeting of the Yugala Kishore. Although the gopis are actually not other men's wives, because they are all Radhika's expansions. They appear to be like that just to increase Mohan's pleasure and excitement. The marital status of the eternally perfect consorts of Sri Krishna is like a mirage or a dream, and Yogamaya revealed that dream. The married gopis sit in the houses of their husbands, spending their days simply weeping, and whenever there's some slight opportunity, there is a meeting with Mohan. How blissful is that meeting! Govinda greatly yearns for that kind of happiness which is the quintessence of transcendental flavors, Shringara Rasa. This is due to Yoga Maya's expertise, the Parakya Rasa. The gopis consider me to be their paramour due to the power of Yoga Maya. I don't know about it, and the gopis don't know it. We always steal each other's minds with our forms and qualities. This passionate love causes us to give up religious principles and to meet each other. Sometimes we meet, sometimes we don't meet. That is up to destiny. I will relish the quintessence of rasa, and in this way I shall bless all of the devotees. When they hear of the pure love of Braj, they will also worship me on the path of Raga Bhakti, giving up all social and religious principles. Sri Shuka Muni described the supreme astonishment of the extramarital love of the gopis in the Rasa Lila, which is the crown jewel of all transcendental pastimes. As has been written in Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 10th chapter, 10th canto, 33, chapter 36, verse, Anugrahaya bhaktanam manushyam deham ashrita bhajate tadrishi krida yashutva tatparo bhavet. Out of compassion for all the devotees, the Lord took shelter of a human form and performed such pastimes. Anyone who hears about this will become devoted to him. The Lord and the Braja Sundaris perform this pastime to delight and benefit themselves, their pleasure potencies, their associates in Braja, and indeed all the people of the world. Anyway, Mother Yashoda, who is the embodiment of parental love, sprinkles Swamini with her tears of love and blesses her, saying, O moon-faced girl, O Shashimukhi, may you live for 100 years, and may you always delight my eyes and my mind. The Sakis and Mantris also bow down to the mother's feet, and Yashoda also embraces and blesses them. Srimati and her friends look very beautiful when they wear garlands of bar flowers coming from the vine of Mother Yashoda's parental motherly love. Mother Yashoda, her heart melting of affection, seats Radhika on the best sitting place and has some of the best sweets brought. Swamini bows her head out of shyness when Yashoda requests her to eat the sweets. So Ma Yashoda leaves it up to Dhanishta to serve Radhika her meal and goes elsewhere to perform other duties. After Srimati Radhika has eaten, Mother Yashoda takes her to the kitchen and says, "Oh Radhe, you are the goddess of fortune yourself. You always glance mercifully on my house, so my storehouse is filled to the limit. There is no shortage of any ingredient in my unlimited storehouse. Whatever you need for cooking, you can take." Ula Savati, Srimati, is very happy to get that order from Ma Yashoda, so she starts cooking for her dearmost Priyatam. When this vision vanishes, Sri Raghunath Das prays, "When can I see you like this?" Falling on the bank of Radhakunda, he weeps, bathing his chest with his own tears. How splendid is the abode of King of Braja, named Nandishvara. Is it even more popular amongst the Brajbasis than Govardhan? This divine abode is decorated with glory. There are constant sounds of mooing cows, different praises and songs, the honey-sweet sounds of the four Vedas and ecstatic loving noises of the cowherders and cowherders. What do I know of the greatness of Nandishvara, where the specks of dust are made of Chintamani gems, and the gardens are cultured by Vrinda Devi? I offer innumerable obeisances unto Nandishvara, the abode whose glories are unlimited, and which is so dear to Sri Nandanandana. Oh Vinodini, When you and your friends go to Nandishvara, the abode of Nanda Maharaj, the king of Brajapur, absorbed in the blissful rasa of the holy names, Krishna's, Mohan's names, I see from a distance how beautiful Dhanishta blissfully comes forward to take you inside. O Mohan's beloved, at that time I will blow an auspicious conch shell. When I see you all coming before Maya Yashoda, I float on waves of ecstasy. While Raghunath Das Goswami sees all of this, he sings Vilapa Kusumanjali with tear-filled eyes. Jaya Jai Shri Radhe.
Radhe Radhe